Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me Muhammad Asnan and welcome back to another video. So in our today's video, we are going to talk about elements, compounds and mixtures, the difference between them and many other topics. So let's start. Let's start by a brief introduction. What are elements? Elements are substances that cannot be broken down into anything simpler chemically. So an element contains only one type of atom and it can have any number of that atom but only the same type. If we talk about the examples of elements, then for example a pure metal such as magnesium, which contains many atoms of the same element, which is magnesium. If you want to know more about atom and its structure, then don't forget to check out my previous video about the structure of an atom. Another example of element is oxygen gas, which has two oxygen combined together. So there are 118 elements and these are shown in the periodic table. Most of the elements occur naturally, such as hydrogen, helium and sulfur. Some others have to be made artificially, such as Einsteinium. So next let's move to compounds. So compounds are formed when two or more elements combine together chemically and make sure that they combine in fixed proportions to form compounds. For example, hydrogen and fluorine, they always combine to form hydrogen fluoride with formula HF, whereas magnesium and fluorine always combine to form magnesium fluoride with formula MgF2. So in this formula MgF2, you can see that magnesium and fluorine have fixed proportions. The elements must combine in these ratios. Other examples of compounds include water, which contains hydrogen and oxygen. It has the formula H2O, in which H is hydrogen and O is oxygen. So H2 means they are always two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom to form a water molecule. Now next, let's move on to mixtures. So in mixtures, various substances or various elements are mixed together and no chemical reaction occurs. Means they can be made from different elements and or compounds. The various components can be in any proportion. So in compounds, as it was in fixed proportions, in mixtures the elements or substances can be in any proportion or ratio. For example, you can put any amount of sugar in the cup of your tea or coffee. More examples of mixtures include honey and even blood. Yes, even your blood is a mixture. It contains many substances. Now let's compare the differences between mixtures and compounds. So firstly, compounds, as I told you, always the elements are in fixed proportions when two or more elements combine. So the formula will be the same. Whereas oppositely, in the mixture, the elements or the substances can be in any proportion, any ratio. And also, compounds are made of elements, whereas mixtures are also made of compounds. In a mixture, always when the substances are mixed, the substances or element keep their own properties and they have the same properties. But in compounds it is different. In compounds, they react together and then new substances are formed and reactions occur. Next difference is that mixtures can be separated by physical means. This means that they do not need any chemical reactions to be separated, whereas compounds cannot be separated by physical means. So an example for a mixture is a mixture of iron and sulfur, which is quite easy to separate physically. Using a magnet you can separate them. The iron, which is magnetic, it sticks to the magnet and the sulfur doesn't. So this way we can simply separate iron and sulfur mixture. But this isn't same for compounds. For an iron sulfide, if we need iron and sulfur from it, we require a chemical reaction. Next are melting and boiling points. So firstly, what are melting and boiling points? So melting point is a specific temperature or point at which a certain substance start to melt, and then boiling point is a certain temperature or point at which a substance starts to boil. Example, water. The melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius and boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Now, pure substances such as elements and pure compounds, they melt and boil at fixed temperatures, means they have a certain temperature, and if it reaches that, then only they can melt or boil. As I told you an example, water, it only melts at 0 degree Celsius and only boils at 100. However, mixtures usually melt or boil over a range of temperatures. So mixtures do not have a fixed temperature at which they melt or boil. What is the reason behind this? So mixtures do not have fixed melting and boiling points due to the impurities they have. As I told you, pure substances have fixed melting and boiling points, but mixtures, they contain impurities. So impurities decrease the melting point and increase the boiling point of the substance. Now, for an example, if we dissolve 10 gram of table salt sodium chloride in 1 liter of water, the melting point of water will decrease to minus 0.6 degrees from 0 degrees, and it will raise, the boiling point will raise to about 100.2 degrees Celsius from 100 degrees. The melting point of a substance can be crucial to find whether a substance is a compound or mixture. Usually, mixtures have a range of temperatures of melting points, whereas compounds have fixed. So this was all about elements, compounds, and mixtures. I hope so that you find this video informative and factual. If you did so, then don't forget to like it, subscribe my channel so that you can get further interesting videos, and also don't forget to press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.